debt tip of the day, smarten up tip is, if you're making just your minimum payments, you're never going to pay off your credit cards. They'll never pay off, just about never anyway. You know, when you get those statements, at the bottom of the statements now, the creditors or banks or whatever they want to call themselves, they're going to have a little line at the bottom. It's going to say, if you continue to make the minimum payment, it's going to take you blah amount of time to pay us back. And that blah could be years and decades, and heck, I've seen some bills say it'll take over a century to pay off their debt. Well, that's not a good deal. How credit cards generally bill those minimum payments is you end up paying 3% of the balance or $10, whichever is greater. And that's all they want you to pay. You know, creditors make it, for every month of making that little good faith payment, they're going to give you a great credit score and say everything's hunky-dory. The reality is, it's not, because your debt's never getting paid off. In fact, some creditors, when asked who their worst customers are, and this is actually from the I believe it is In Debt We Trust. It's a TV video series. You can look it up on YouTube. They ask one of these creditors, these big Texas big guys, they say, hey, what's your worst customer out there? Is that the person that just pays a little bit all the time? They borrow the money, or is it one that pays it off every month? That must be your best customer, one that pays it off every month. He says, no, those are our worst customers. They say, we like the revolvers. Of course, he's holding like a gun. You know, he likes those people. They like those people that pay forever. Don't be one of those people. When you get your credit card statement every month and it says, you know, this is your minimum payment, say it's $10, and you say, no, I'm gonna pay $20, that's good, you're gonna make some headway on the credit card. But here's the catch, when you get the statement next month, they might say, you know what, your payment this month, don't worry about it. Minimum due is 0 because you actually paid more than the minimum last month, so we'll let it slide. And they do that to keep you in bondage forever and continue to build interest and so on. So, if you're making more than your minimum payments every month on the smallest debt first, like we discussed, and then everything else gets the rest, that's great. If you're not making more than your minimum payments, if you don't have a plan to take care of your debt, smarten up.